Hello and welcome back for another episode of Conversation Artificial Intelligence. Paolo is your host today, and if you're new to the channel, this is an honor and privilege to have you here. And if you're coming back, thank you so much. So in today's episode, I'm really gonna focus on a situation that happens often, and it is when you start a new project that has to do with machine learning. What are the challenges that a manager could face? Why is this important? Because if you're new to the field or you are somebody that is trying to get into this, or you're a manager is trying to understand how developing a product or getting a machine learning solution looks like, or you are an existing product manager is trying to get into the field, you will face problems of this sort. So what is the problem that we're talking about? The problem we're talking about is choosing the right tool to solve a machine learning issue, which could be all the way up to the design of a new product, as well as to an analytic solution for a quick fix in your organization or a quick business insight that you need to get. It's a wide range of possibilities, basically. The problem is that often what's happening is the most innovative, I'd say, team members, they will be somewhat inclined to use the best and furthermost technologies available. And you will often hear of, especially in this day and time, things like let's develop a deep learning solution. And I do not have the time in this video to go into define deep learning, but for the sake of this video, all we need to know is that it is one approach to implement machine learning, and it's not the only one. Now, the problem with this type of approach is that you might end up overshooting or investing too much resources for the problem at hand. So as a manager of a process like this, you have to have a clear vision end to end of what's happening. And there are lots of factors that will contribute in the final decisions, and you have to be able to influence the final decisions. So let's look at what are the factors that really influence decisions of this type. First, the data available, the data labeled, or the data that needs to be labeled. There's a lot of manpower that can go into something like that. The people that are in the team, what are the expertise? Are they ready for a certain technology rather than another one? The precision of the process or the outcome that you're looking at. Are you happy with 85%? Is 85% something okay for you? And then the time deadlines that you have, the requirement whether or not another decision maker needs to understand the outcome of an algorithm. That is called explainability. So is there a necessity that the outcome of the algorithm is explainable or not? And then finally, the costs. So you see, the making the right decision in this process requires taking into account these factors and also other ones that I'll talk in another videos. And basically, this is a very crucial point in your design of the solution and then deliver of results. So what do you need to do in a situation like this? First, I think you have to have long-term strategic alliances with the scientists and engineering management, because this will help you in a variety of ways. Second, I believe it's a great idea if you negotiate as a manager, product manager, if you negotiate upfront a time for all the staff members, the engineers, the R&D, the scientists, and so on, in which they can work at learning projects, in which they can work on R&D, in which they can work on side projects, so that they can have a space where they learn and where they apply their need, for innovation, and where they can get satisfaction to explore new things. So that will make, I think, in my experience, the R&D team more prone to work at projects that have more stringent deadlines that maybe are not perceived as innovative as other ones, but they might have a significant business impact if a number of pre-existing and maybe out-of-the-shelf technologies, such as other type of algorithms that are ready and available in packages like Python or Scikit, and this type of technologies are already pre-packaged, they're ready to use. So as I'm saying, if the R&D teams and the data science teams and the implementation engineers, data engineers have their space to explore and have their space to innovate, they'll be more prone to respond to, kind of a project that needs more of focus and a quick delivery and maybe some kind of dirty work, not really top of the line work. The third and important thing is the explanation of all the factors that we have talked about. So, for example, the data available, maybe you can put aside the people, but you can talk about the precision is really important for this process. We'll talk about recall in another episode, but you can talk about what are the time deadlines, what is the business value, what is the need for explainability, what are the costs, and basically influence what's going to be the decisions of the technical teams on how to solve the problem. You have to make it very clear that this is something that, has these certain business goals. Because otherwise, what happens is a lot of these machine learning decisions will be highly driven by the technical teams. And the technical teams have, especially when they are, say, in the range of 1 to 3 or 4 years from graduation, they will be a little bit biased towards the greatest and the most advanced possible approach. So if you want to avoid that, follow some of the advice that I gave you in the video. And if you find the video interesting, just comment below, subscribe to the channel. And if you like to hear more of this content, just let me know. Okay, thank you so much and have a great day.